Number 1. Laughing in the yard. I woke up at 12:16 in the morning to the sound of laughing. I live alone. I walked out to my yard and saw the thing, laughing. I don't know my own name. Why does my throat hurt so much? Number 2. The bridge worm. I was walking past the Old North Bridge late Thursday evening. The thing jumped out faster than I could react. I'm in the hospital with a few broken ribs and a fractured fibula. All I see is its face. Number 3. Big Charlie. I work at the Mapleview meat processing plant. As I was closing up for the night, Big Charlie broke out. The last thing I felt was his teeth impaling me before everything went black. Number 4. Breaking news. I turned on the TV. There was an alert that a large humanoid creature was in my area. I looked out the window and the last thing I saw was the thing. Breaking news. A man has gone missing. His last known whereabouts were near the large humanoid creature on Maple River Road. Number 5. Siren Head. I was driving past the Mapleview Cemetery when I saw it. I sped past. That night, all I heard was the sirens before I didn't wake up again. Number 6. Moon Worshippers. I couldn't sleep last night. There were footsteps on my roof. Apparently a creature was seen on my roof. I now worship the full moon with them. Number 7. The Wandering Faith. I was driving to Whitewater Rapids when I saw the creature walking by the road. I am cleansed now. I arrived to an empty Whitewater Rapids. They were sinners in the eyes of our God. Number 8. Bonesworth. I downloaded a game called Bonesworth. Now he follows me everywhere. I can't escape. Help. You are freed now. Old Bonesworth made sure of it. Number 9. Morning walk. I go for a walk every morning, but today I saw something as I passed the Mapleview Park. I don't go on walks in the morning anymore. Number 10. Cartoon dog. I used to work at the Cartoon Zoo animation studio. Years later, I went back to the abandoned studio. The dog that was one of the mascots chased me out. The dog was never named. Number 11. Slenderman. I was in the Mapleview County Forest when I found a page. It had a drawing of a tall, faceless man. I see him every night as I get ready for bed. Number 12. Cartoon cat. I venture through the old Cartoon Zoo animation studio one more time. I see the old cat that was the other mascot. He was simply known as Cartoon Cat. Number 13. The Garbiger, or the Gift Ape. I run down the alley. Is it still behind me? I keep running, not looking back. I hear it screech before I slam the door shut. Number 14. Nervous house guest. I heard thuds outside. I looked out the window and saw. Number 15. Meat horse. I was walking to school when I saw it. It chased me to school. That afternoon I saw it again. I'm now in the Mapleview Mental Hospital. Number 16. Fetid King. I only see him. I only worship him. He is king. Number 17. Sky tentacles. I hid in the basement after I saw them. The emergency alerts are hurting my ears. Number 18. Scissors. I was walking down the hall when I saw him at the end of it. His scissors cut deep into my skin. Number 19. The rest of the slashers. I love being a slasher. We kill to cleanse this world. Number 20. Stargazer. It just looks at the stars. I sometimes sit with it. It's kind. I call it Stargazer. It's my friend. Number 21. Treehead. I just see it in the distance. It scares us all, but it never harms us. Number 22. The Misty Giant. It always stays at that one parking lot. The police keep us away from it. It's scary. Number 23. The Sunmasked Slasher. Apparently, I left just in time. The whole football field got massacred just as I left. The killer? I'll never know. Number 24. Avian Giant. The screeches chill my blood and tingle my spine. But I know it's friendly. It brings me trinkets. An earring here, an antler or some other animal bone there. My mom hates it, but it's my friend. Number 25. Giant Bat. It terrorizes our neighborhood. Just ours. Of all of Mapleview, why us? I'm his brother. It took him. Number 26. The Wandering Doom. We see it every time we drive to Riverdale. It's apparently destroyed a few nearby towns, including Whitewater Rapids. It's scary. Number 27. Hand Goddess, or Hand of Heaven. It cleans up after a wildfire or an earthquake or a tornado. Otherwise, it's never seen. Number 28. Body Worm. It's endlessly digging. What it's digging to, we don't know, but it is indeed digging. Number 29. Passerby at night. I see it when I'm driving at night. It's not hostile as far as I know, but it's unnerving. Number 30. The Singing Clergyman. I see it by the old Mapleview Baptist Church near the woods. Its song fills the unkempt building, sounding like a broken church organ. Some have investigated. None have made it out alive. Number 31. The Man with the Upside Down Face. Poor Tabby saw him. I told her she shouldn't be scared. She cried all night. Seems she needs to be cleansed. Number 32. Scribblehead. My little sister drew the monster under her bed. It's not something one would expect a 6-year-old to draw. I keep a loaded pistol on my nightstand now. Number 33. The Dove. In the sewer, a dove lives. The only information on it is that it's not actually a dove. We don't know what it is. 34. Wildfire Giants. As wildfires ravage us in southern Kentucky, which giants do as well. Mapleview is the only town that they leave alone. Number 35. Watchtower. It stares from the hills. It watches as humans bustle around like ants. We leave it alone, and it leaves us alone. Number 36. Hokkaido hens. They flail from the vents in the old Norman mansion. Thousands of them, all grasping for human flesh. Number 37. Forgotten Baby. It watches me sleep. I don't know what it is or where it's from, but I hate it. It wails like a baby, but the sound is distorted. It's not human. That's for sure. Number 38. Slid down the clouds. Whenever there's a funeral, you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to be there to lower the coffin. Families see it as endearing. I see it as plain creepy. Like, what is this thing? Number 39. Death and the Devil. This uncanny painting hangs in the Mapleview Art Gallery. We all hate it, but it's staying. Anyone who tries to take it away dies immediately. The cause seems to be a scythe stabbing through their hearts. There's no scythes anywhere in the gallery. Weird. Number 40. Little Nugget. Some fleshy little guy appeared at a local 7-Eleven and stayed ever since. We all like him. He likes to play with the kiddos, and they call him Little Nugget. Number 41. The Roving Moon. We can all be assured that, even in the darkest nights, there will be a moon. This thing makes sure of it. Mapleview is called the Land of Two Moons, the Town of Two Moons, and the Town of the Rainstorm Moon. We use him to attract tourists now, but he doesn't stay for free. Number 42. Okay, stop a minute. If you're walking at night and you hear a young girl call, "Hey, stop a minute," keep walking. It's no little girl. It's a beast from the deepest depths of some psycho's brain. Number 43. Remain indoors. The creature was spotted near West 26th Street. Please stay inside and do not look at it. Number 44. The class. The Mapleview Elementary School, a being roams the halls. Some say it's the old class of 94, all combined into an amalgamation of children. Terrifying. Number 45. Leviathan. The massive whale means safety, but it keeps Mapleview safe from all manner of natural disasters. Number 46. Morning walkers. The beings walk every morning. The residents of Mapleview fear them. Number 47. Major. He watches us all. He's in the alleys. He's in the dumpsters. He's everywhere. Number 48. Dread Roach. He emerges from the hills. He fights the Leviathan. The protector whale triumphs. But at what cost? Number 49. Fried Fetus. Another creature stalking the corridors of the old Mapleview Elementary School. It appears to be a fetus that was burnt to a crisp. It feeds on the souls claimed by the class. Number 50. A lonely creature. It crawls through the sewers looking for a friend. If you see it, run. It'll chase you until it can get your head in its mouth. Number 51. Chicken Ghost. It is said that this being came into existence after it was summoned in a ritual. 6 chickens were killed, 5 chickens were free, and all the people vanished. Thus, the god of chickens was summoned. Number 52. Vending Machine Salesman Ghost. This cheerful fellow helps anyone who can't afford what they want in the vending machines it resides near, using its long arms to reach in and grab the desired item. It is always repaid with a bit of the item it retrieved. Number 53. The Fencer. He died after he won a fencing match. His eyelids and lips were sliced off, and then he was stabbed in the heart. It was an act of rage by his opponent. He roams the streets by night, killing all he encounters. Number 54. The Pursuer. It chases criminals, and once it catches them, it waits for the police. If permitted, it will consume the fugitive head first. Number 55. Red Strings. They patrol the empty Mapleview Cinema, and if they catch you, say your prayers. Sky Screamer. Number 56. Sky Screamer. Rarely seen during electrical storms, he will consume any human that is out and about. Be careful if you see him. Number 57. The Overlooker. It simply watches. No joke, no punchline, no human consumption. Just watching. Intervening if needed. Intervening in what exactly? Nobody knows. Number 58. Mr. Bag. What it is, nobody knows. What it's made of, one girl knows. It is apparently a culmination of plastic bags with a young boy inside acting as a face. The young boy is dead. That's clear. Number 59. Longhorse. Another benevolent protector, primarily against Siren Head, Longhorse is known to bring gifts to the children. Number 60. The Three Jesters. Another eerie painting in the Mapleview Art Gallery. Anyone who attempts to remove it is followed home. The next day, the body is found contorted like the trio of men in the painting. Number 61. Tendril Giant. Seen on windy days, the Tendril Giant just looms over the town, never moving. Number 62. The Man in the Red Room. A room in the Mapleview Art Gallery is all red. Occasionally, a fleshy man is seen on the ceiling. He never attacks anyone that enters, but he is unnerving. Number 63. Bell Ringer. The final being in the old school, this creature has a bell for a head, hence the name. The bell rings each night. Number 64. The Little Crowd. These 5 beings all roam the abandoned cinema. They shriek loudly at any intruders, alerting the other residents. Number 65. The VHS Figure. A cursed VHS tape was found in front of the police station. When watched by an inmate, the man, who was in for arson, died immediately after watching the tape. His eyes were gouged out and his jaw was broken. The cause of death seemed to be a severed brain stem. Number 66. The God of Roadkill. Whenever something is run over, be it an animal or a human, this plague doctor-like being will appear and collect the corpse. Number 67. Precursor of the First War. The giants fought in days of old, good against evil, Leviathan and Longhorse against many of the creatures that plague Mapleview. Number 68. The Giant with Red Dots. It watches as people drive on back roads. It disorients them, and they're never seen again. Number 69. Good Boy. This dog-like creature with a distorted face wants nothing more than pets and treats. When satisfied, it will vanish. However, if ignored, it will torment the entire town until it is pleased. Number 70. Storm Warning Entity. Whenever a storm comes, this creature will scream as loud as possible. The bigger and more dangerous the storm, the louder and longer the scream is. It has saved many people from dying. Number 71. 2027. It frequently fights the Dread Roach, always losing. It resents Mapleview and its protectors. Number 72. The Birdwatcher. The name says it all. This being simply watches birds as they fly past it. It is delighted when a bird lands on it and will take care of the bird until it flies away. Number 73. Whole House and Whole Man. On the outskirts of the town, there is a house with holes in the walls. Blood trickles from the holes. In the house lives a man who also has bloody holes all over his pale body. Number 74. Behemoth. This massive creature is burrowed in the mountains near Mapleview. It rarely comes out, and when it does, the whole town comes out to marvel. Along with them come all the creatures, the good, the neutral, and the aggressive. The behemoth brings this small town of horrors together, even but for a moment. Number 75. Highway Worm. This creature, mostly seen as benevolent, patrols the highways around Mapleview. If it senses evil, it will shriek and attack the being that it senses evil in. Number 76. Country Road Creature. It roams the back roads in Mapleview and claims the lives of any unfortunate enough to encounter it. Number 77. The Head. If you hear whispers from your open bedroom door, just hide under your covers until the morning. Don't talk to it, or it will claim your body for itself. Number 78. Peeping Tom. He watches, he waits. If you look at him, you're dead. Number 79, The Haunting Series. Anyone who listens to this radio will be tormented by a ghastly being. In time, the afflicted will die from paranoia. Number 80, Followed You Home. You hear something following you home. You can't escape it. Number 81, The Lamb. If you see it, submit. It will hunt you until you are a part of it. Number 82, Craig's Meat. Be careful if you go on Craigslist in Maple View. This may appear instead of the requested item. Number 83, Mushroom Crab. A crab of monumental scale, it frequently fights the Leviathan on long course. It is always deterred. Number 84, Theater Patron. This being resides in the old Maple View Cinema. If you're caught by it, you can't escape. Number 85, The Angel. An angelic figure that resides in the old church. If a sinner nears, it will be cleansed. Number 86, The Sewing Dummy. Despite its frightful appearance, the sewing dummy is very kind to children and adults alike. It creates dolls that look like the people that converse with it. Number 87, Body of a Pig. This creature that takes the form of Mr. Bacon from Cartoon Zoo Animation Studio is anything but a friendly cartoon character. Number 88, Worm of the Red Court. All will be judged one day. This being will make sure of it. Number 89, Stranger. This cheerful-looking fellow is anything but cheerful. If you try to converse with him, he will tear your heart from your chest. Number 90, Fun for All. Fun for All was once a theme park in the Mapleview County Forest before it was closed in '09. Nowadays, otherworldly beings call it home. Number 91, Fire Giant. Appearing only during fires, be it a wildfire or a house fire, it will find and extinguish the flames. Just because it's made of molten rock doesn't mean it likes fire. Number 92, The Needle. A horse-like being with a face that comes to a thin point. The needle will use its long needle face to suck you dry of your blood and any other bodily fluids. Number 93, Photo Booth Man. If you come across Maple View's only photo booth, just keep walking, unless you want to end up like him. Number 94, Homebody. If you see a creature in your kitchen at night, get a weapon, or leave your house. The choice is yours. Number 95, Headlight. A docile creature, Headlight will simply mimic a streetlight until daybreak, when it will flee into the forest. Number 96, Unannounced House Guest. Many people report a large, fleshy millipede crawling through their homes. Number 97, Humanoid Robot. If you see it, run. Don't stop until Number 98, The Tall Visitors. Similar to the Misty Giants, these tall beings will just meander around the town as they please. Number 99, White Linen. It will act like sheets, but if picked up, it will consume the unlucky person whole. Number 100, Giant Puppeteer. If you see its puppet, it is too late for you. Repent for your sins to God and wait for your demise. 101, Suburbs at Dusk. This being that resembles a massive dead tree watches the Mapleview suburbs at dusk to make sure all is well. 102, Transmissions. We received some transmissions last night. In the morning, my whole family was dead. 103. The Piecemeal Men. These three fellows will tip their hats to the ladies and nod to the men respectfully. They lack heads under their masks and hats. 104. The Fugitive. This man will often accompany criminals in their malicious endeavors, always disappearing either after the deed is done or if the pursuer appears. 105. Alien Ghost. A strange apparition that will rarely appear outside windows and leave strange marks on the ground where it stood. 106. Misty Storm Wanderers. Appearing during light rain, these docile creatures will cross the town to reach a more suitable home. 107. Greeting Committee. This thing will appear sometimes at the entrance of the town hall. If you have ill intent, it will promptly eat you, spitting out your bones. 108. Vane's Deer. This deer, like an anomaly, will frequently be seen running in the forest. 109. Anxious Dog. This creature resembles Scooby-Doo somewhat, but it is nothing like the loyal, always hungry canine. 110. Laundry. If you don't do your laundry for a while, this guy will appear and do it for you. Be sure to thank him before he leaves. 111. Web Kraken. This fleshy, starfish-like being can sometimes be seen in the skies above Maple View. It simply hovers there for a day or two, then vanishes. 112. Nothing is known about these creatures other than the fact that they mimic deer. 113. Leaving last? Turn out the lights. 114. Phasing Giant. This being is known to phase between multiple realities. 115. Mr. Mascot. The main mascot for Cartoon Zoo Animation Cinema, Mr. Mascot is far from the jolly fellow he once was. 116. All that is known is that it is affiliated with Homebody. Thank you all for watching. Oh, it's hard to go back to my normal voice now. Okay, stick to the script. I was working on these, all of them, not the images, just the stories themselves, from 1 o'clock-ish in the afternoon yesterday to 12:23 in the morning. Please note, these stories are not in the Trevor Henderson canon. They're part of the Maple View canon, which is my own. Remember, if you find yourself coming around often, you might as well subscribe and leave a like while you're down there. Take care. Be safe. Don't look outside. The Chill Man, out.